Dracula!
What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Okay, interesting video here. I'm continuing on with the Warhammer part of the Double Feature Friday with some of these who could. This is the same vein as if Shrek could beat a Space Marine, but this is could Spawn survive in Warhammer 40k, and this is by Commissar Gamza or Gamza. I'm not sure. Anyway. So this is could Spawn survive in Warhammer 40k. So let's have a look-see and go.
Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to this
okay,
video.
I like his intro. Very nice.
Asking the question: could Spawn or Al Simmons survive in a Warhammer 40k universe?
I would think he would thrive there.
But Gamza, did you know that Warhammer 40k is too powerful? Nothing can survive in Warhammer. Space Marines are just too powerful.
Shut the fuck up, fanboy. Alright, so let me go ahead and answer a question.
Nothing survives in Warhammer 40k universe. Not even my
virginity. I don't know where you've been, but anyway, you've got Al Simmons, which is the human form of Spawn.
Wow, that's pretty good, actually. I think that's a 40k figure, but damn.
He was basically almost like a black Batman, okay? He was like perfect in everything except for this guy actually kills people and had no remorse for it. So eventually he gets betrayed by his own friend, Betrayal. And he gets sent to hell for all the sins that he has committed, which is the assassinations, etc., etc.
Yeah,
now, he meets a very powerful demon down in hell, and the demon's like, yo, man, I want to turn you into
Malboja.
Spawn, or Al Simmons at the time, was like, yo, I want to see my wife for one last time. So, lo and behold, they made a deal. The demon's like, I'm going to turn you into a hell spawn, reincarnate you, and you can go see your wife. And then you work for me, motherfucker. And so, long story short, that didn't turn out too well.
Not for Malboja.
The story's all tragic, lots of blood, lots of guts, lots of betrayal on both sides.
Lots of
Spawn
death.
basically breaks away from hell. He doesn't want to be controlled by the demons or anything else like that anymore. Long story short, he gets super powerful. He unseats God and Satan. God and Satan send both their armies to defeat Spawn. He defeats both of their armies and eventually unseats them. That's how powerful he gets. I'm not going to use that Spawn because that's just ridiculous to say, like, okay, let me just use this Spawn who can just somehow defeat God, who created everything, and let's just put him in Warhammer 40k. Well, if he created everything, he could just unmake the warp, so I'm not going to do anything else like that.
Exactly.
We are going to be using Spawn at a powerful level, but not no particular issue. We're just going to take him for
that's the reason why he was able to do this, because he can get stronger.
Basically, Spawn has something called necroplasm. And this is, think of it like the warp energy from
It's
Warhammer
liquid
40k.
warp stuff.
This is what powers his suit. His suit is also a symbiote.
It also powers his body.
Think of like Spawn as like Ghost Rider with like Venom's symbiote on him. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of like a bastardized version, but that's kind of how I've always seen it. Anyways.
No, he's right. He's pretty good.
K7 Letha, which is his suit's name. It's a parasite that attaches to him, and basically it feeds off the necroplasm, but it obeys Spawn. So he can basically tell it shut the fuck up. And
she's some kind of that thing is some kind of nobility too. I think
that necroplasm, and the suit allows him to shapeshift and do all this crazy stuff. He has a limited supply of necroplasm, so it doesn't mean that it's kind of like think of things like the warp overall. I can make some good contrasts here. Number one, you can do a lot of shit with the powers of the warp. You can manipulate time. Matter,
space.
You can go back in time. You can teleport. You can shoot lightning. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with the warp, provided that you have enough skill and training to actually manipulate that power.
And willpower too.
Now, Spawn's necroplasm is almost the same way.
What the hell? Look at this. Look at this. There's Hulk, Batman, Wonder Woman, Wolverine, Punisher. That I can tell. They're champions, Watchmen, Avengers, Defenders, Men of Steel, Superman, Women of Tomorrow, Gods of Thunder, Crusaders. They are justice, they are nobility, they are trapped, they are screaming. Behind me, the hooded men tremble. Beneath their hoods, they are weeping. Injustice help us, injustice save us, injustice please. No. What the hell, dude?
He can create portals. He can control people's minds.
Man, that was a big middle finger to everybody.
He can.
Oh, that's Dr. Octopus's arm too.
He can do all kinds of crazy shit. He can regenerate himself. You can shoot a missile launcher into his chest and blast his body apart, and he'll just reform. So you can see that Spawn's very, very powerful, but then again, we have the drawback that his necroplasm is not infinite like, say, the warp is. However,
unless he feeds on something.
He can regenerate his necroplasm by feeding off the sin, hatred, and overall negativity of people around him. And so that's a very
Or
key,
say
key
the warp
here.
itself.
Now, to talk a little bit about his basic skills, like I said before, he's like a black Batman, so he's proficient in all martial arts, all weaponry. He can handle technology just fine. But the cool thing about Spawn is even though he has all these powers and capabilities of creating portals and controlling people's minds and shape-shifting and all this crazy shit, he likes to stick to his guns both literally and metaphorically. So think of it this way. Spawn was a CIA agent.
He likes
was
big
a super
fucking
soldier
guns.
and always possible that you can really think about it.
I think
And
Spawn
so
and Doomslayer would get along
likes to
very
take
well.
Basic guns and still use them while he's fighting. So that means if we throw him in a 40k universe, can you imagine Spawn
gonna get the big
wielding not bolters, heavy bolters? That sounds cool as shit.
Get the flavor.
Okay, let's go ahead
The
and jump
heavy
off into
flavor.
throwing Spawn into Warhammer 40k and see exactly what's going to happen. All right.
Well,
so
they
we're
probably
gonna go
see him
ahead
as
and
some
take
kind of
Spawn,
chaos
and we're gonna
entity.
Throw his ass in
His
the middle
ass.
of a hive city.
No,
Now,
man,
the
throw
reason
his
why
ass
I'm
in
gonna
the
do this is
camera.
because this is the way my damn story goes, all right? So, Spawn has a capability of feeding off of people's
That's clown,
negativity, but he can also sense it. He knows where it's at. He can see people's
be
intents and
everywhere.
motives, etc., etc. Spawn isn't exactly like an evil guy. He actually likes to hunt down like pedophiles, gang members, and stuff like that. And because he can sense all this negativity and he can see people's like intents and shit, it's going to lead him down the path of hunting down chaos cultists, in my personal opinion. Because they are the ones that are trying to feed their chaos god their emotions. So if you have someone
Also,
who's
gene
just
stealers. He would hunt down
saturated
gene
with
stealers.
hatred or excess or manipulation or anything else like that, he's
Those
going to
look
be
like
able to
Nurgle
sense that. He's going to hunt
followers.
you down. He's going to feed off of you, and he's going to kill you. So the stuff like this is going to lead him down the path of also
Oh, that
facing
kid
demons, and this is
slit
gonna
that
put him
thing's
in
throat.
direct
Was that boy?
contact with the warp. I think this is where the battles are going to get really damn good.
Oh, that's just
Now,
gross.
this is also a bit of a gray area. Spawn is supposedly weak to heavenly blades or magic weapons that could possibly decapitate him, could possibly kill him. This is the gray area of, does a demon weapon count as like a magical weapon? So let's just say
kinda.
you've got a big old corn axe that has a bloodthirster trapped inside of it, and the bloodthirster's like jacking off because he's all
You're
angry
thinking of
and shit,
Scarbrand.
and anger makes him happy. So you
Anger
chop
makes him happy.
Spawn's head off. Does Spawn actually die? Because does that count as like a magic weapon? I don't know. All I'm gonna say is that even if it did, good luck decapitating Spawn. That's gonna be a very hard task to begin with.
Oh, but Gabza, don't you know Space Marines are the best?
Shut the fuck up, okay? So
I know,
anyways,
man, exactly.
we're gonna be taking him. We're gonna put him
God,
against
man.
demons and shit. I think he's gonna be slaughtering them left and right. I think, in my personal opinion,
That's gonna get
he's
Corrin's
be able to
attention.
feed off of their negative intent. These are what these chaos gods and shit are made from. They're made from these negative, angry, hateful, spiteful.
That's true.
excessive
That
type
could
of
cause Spawn to
emotions and
turn
shit
into
like that.
a chaos
and so
god
he's
himself.
Gonna be facing that power. Think of it almost in the same sense of like Doom Guy. Like as he kills
Yeah.
demons, he absorbs their power. Spawn, however, doesn't need to kill them. He just needs to be around them. And he
Yeah.
can feed off that negativity and give himself necroplasm.
He's not using
I
anything
think
from
this is gonna give Spawn
from
such
Mortal
a
Kombat,
massive
but I think
edge
this
to fight against
but I think this movie
Chaos
might
Gods
this video might be
themselves.
older
Now,
than
I
Mortal
don't know
Kombat
if
11.
he could necessarily destroy them because I'm actually like intentionally nerfing Spawn here because I mean
kinda
again if
have
you just
to.
want to take Spawn for all he's worth and just say hey it's Spawn that unseated God, he's just gonna kill the Chaos Gods. Like that's not even like a contest. But I want to make this as interesting as possible. So I think
Well, just like when he
that's
fought
where it's going to lead him down
God,
the path.
Satan,
Eventually,
he
he's gonna
got
clash with the
powerful.
Chaos Gods.
He fed on
My
power and
nerf
got power
version
enough to
of
defeat
Spawn,
them.
I
It's
think
the
would
same
eventually
thing with the
die
Chaos
to the
Gods.
Chaos Gods. Perhaps he would probably use more necroplasm than he can exactly generate or feed off of while he's in the warp if he's in there. Not to mention, there's no telling if his suit could actually be possessed by the warp or manipulated in some way to the point where he gets fucked over as well.
It really
That's
can.
very possible. But the other thing too is sometimes people also want to know what about like other factions and stuff. I don't think he would have any interest fighting against like Orcs, Necrons, even Eldar and shit like that. I do know the Imperium would probably try to hunt him down if they knew.
Maybe the Dark Eldar.
Not exactly, but if they knew something of him, like if he was killing gangs and shit like that, they don't really care because Spawn, at the end of the day, for all intents and purposes, is a demon. and that's what he was reborn as. His body is not—it's not a normal body anymore. It's comprised of necroplasm. So if you've got like a Psyker, let's say a Grey Knight or an Inquisitor or anything else like that, they're going to be able to tell that this is not a mere human or anything else like that. They're going to want to kill his ass as well. Honestly, I got to be completely biased here.
The Imperium
is
very
Grey Knights are going to do buttfuck shit against Spawn. I think you just slap them out of the way.
I like
getting
that.
in the
I don't think
mix
you're
of
gonna
all
do
the demons
shit
and fighting
Spawn.
hordes of shit like that, which is really going to eventually take him down. So again, like I was saying, if he has to output more necroplasm than he can absorb while fighting all those demons, eventually it's going to drain him. And if he can't,
but Spawn's not an idiot. He's not going to do that.
Again, a big old demon weapon, which might actually end him. But all I'm going to say is this would be cool as shit to see. Versus
yeah,
Space
he's
Marines
just thinking of
like
Spawn
that,
in his pure
I really
power
don't
level.
think Space
But
Marines
Spawn
can do
is
a whole
smart
lot Chaos
too.
Space Marines against Spawn. I think it's going to take
a brilliant
big
tactician.
fucking massive demons and shit like that to eventually take him down that are directly blessed by the Chaos Gods. That's my nerfed version of Spawn. If you want to say like Spawn Unlimited, basically, like he just do whatever the hell he wants.
Unlimited.
I think he would probably be able to absorb enough necroplasm to probably just kill the Chaos Gods themselves. And people like they don't like doing that. Their butthole puckers like, oh, Chaos Gods can't die. Spawn could probably kill him if he can unsee God and Satan. He could butt fuck.
Yes, exactly.
I'd say Slanesh, but he'd enjoy that. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna have more
Slanesh, but he can enjoy
later.
that.
Oh yeah, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me more about Spawn. What do you think would happen? Do you think he would go in the war?
Oh, like King Ghidorah survived Warhammer 40? Kratos? Oh, hell yeah, Kratos, man. Anyway, so yeah, that was let's see. What was it? Yeah, there we go. Could Spawn survive in Warhammer 40k by Commissar Gameza. I'm calling him Gameza. Anyway, I like that. So Commissar Gameza, let's see. Boom, subscription from me, my friend. And I definitely recommend you guys get down to his channel, link in the description, and give him a like on the original and sub to him. Don't forget to subscribe to me before you guys go. Help this channel grow up to its 100,000 subscribers. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.